Hi everyone, it's Crappy Kathy here, and I'm working on the day 26 scrap timber prompt for using stars. So I have a little box that I have stars in, and I think these are ones I fussy cut from a Pink Paisley collection a long while back. And I pulled some other supplies that may or may not go with them, but they're going to get used anyway. And none of it goes with the colors that are in my filtered photo. This is I have to tell you that when I was working in this building, I thought it was the ugliest building in all of downtown Houston. And it was kind of, I wasn't the only one who felt that way. The architect that built it, because of the intensity of the sun, they thought that little metal like awning-like things would help, but it didn't look nice from the outside, and it wasn't really effective for what it was trying to do. They needed to be angled, and these were straight. But someone, and I think this building may have been torn down. I know that my company moved from here to the Woodlands, which is where I was living when I retired. Would have been nice not to have had that commute to downtown. But I don't think anyone was going to, there were some renovations that needed to be done. I'm not sure it was structurally up to those renovations. So I don't know when this photo was taken, but someone took this photo and it looked so majestic and beautiful. I filtered it to get the pretty colors on the building, and that pumped up the sky to where I have absolutely no embellishments that will match that sky. So we'll see where we end up. I have taken 3 bits of paper from the Papery pack for Where To Next by Vicki Boutin. One has a camera. This actually has an airplane, and that would have been good maybe for that to be showing more so than the camera. But I stapled it, and so it is what it is. I picked this one that had the Eiffel Tower because I did have an office for a while. I did have an office in Paris. And I was going to do it here and line up the stars here. My idea is to have a vertical row of stars, and I picked somewhat coordinating washi tapes to kind of lead up to the stars. So wherever the stars fall, I'll run the washi tape off the side of the page. And I was thinking it would go off this side of the page, but as I look at this, I'm thinking that the stars might be better here. So let's just kind of see. I'm going to dry fit them, and I want them to overlap, and maybe even overlap the photo somewhat. And I picked 3 different washi tapes to go with each one. I don't know if that's gonna, I think the pink needs to be higher, and then we'll go like so. And that kind of gets them about equal distance from the top, and I'll have it kind of overlapping like that. And my reach for the stars is going to cover up that camera. I wanted to use this back here like it was all fun and artsy while I was there. And I was in IT, so there was some creativity going on there. Okay, so I think that's kind of how it's gonna lay out. I think I maybe like the stars better over on the other side. The reason is that they're not near this, and this kind of has to go right there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and so this is going to go like this, and the stars can, and I'll move it over a bit. I'm going to put some foam back here so I can have some space to tuck things. I did a very long video for day 25, which is, they're always long, my scrap backwards process videos, because I try to show the scrap backwards process itself. I try to demonstrate that. And okay, so that works there. This does not have any foam behind it, but I want some. Let me get a little piece of this and put it across here. So this one should be short, you know, unless it takes me forever to tear all that washi tape. And then this will go here. And then I'll layer those other circles. I just kind of want color elsewhere besides the stars and the washi tape. So I'm going to do this, and it's kind of in deference to the fact that I kind of started at an age when a lot of people's careers are winding down. I had worked for Exxon back in the 70s, and I left, went to another company, then started my own business, a couple of businesses, and then came back as a contractor to help them through a trial. And then I got a job with them permanently and ended up retiring from there, which you know, I got an expat assignment at a time when at an age when most people are retiring. So I am grateful for all of the opportunities, the travel opportunities. The people were wonderful, just a really top-notch group of people, and I believe a very good company that takes care of its employees. So overall, I had a very good career. There and with other companies that I was lucky enough to work for. And yes, people keep asking me, do I miss work because I was so in it. People who know me and know how, I don't want to use the word dedicated because, yeah, that was it, but how fanatical I was. Yeah, I do miss it. There's a lot I miss about it. I have loved being retired and being able to be close to the kids. Okay, so now's the fun part. Let's take some pink washi tape. Now, I put the stars, put the stars up on a lot of foam, And the purpose of that was to have a place to tuck the washi so the end of it doesn't show. Okay, so that's pink number 1. And this is kind of an orangey salmon pink, might be better with that guy, but I picked it for this one, so here's where it's gonna go. Okay, and then we'll curl that around, and then here's a hot pink that kind of goes with that darker pink there, and I'm going to put this, hopefully that's long enough, yeah, it appears to be, right here. And it's a little crooked, and I kind of didn't want to try to do these absolutely straight because this is a different kind of washi tape. It isn't really washi tape. It's some other kind of tape, but the color works, so I'm thinking it's kind of a paper tape that has a glossy finish. And then I have this, which is a darker blue than the star is, but it kind of works, I think. It doesn't tear off very well, and that's a shame. I should have tested all of these before I brought only them to the table. Let me be careful about how I'm removing that. It's leaving a lot of sticky gunk on the side that's going to show. Actually, it's not too bad. It seems to be, but when I tear it off, it doesn't seem to have that. Okay, so I think that's long enough to go there. So I'm going to tear it off here. I'm going to put it like so. And I'll tear this off there and get rid of that. Oops, that shows, and I don't want that. So I didn't tear enough off of it. And there, I probably tore too much. But it is what it is. It's staying. It's staying there. And I'm going to have to put some, it's kind of sticky, so I'm going to use this static relaxer, static remover that you use before stamping. I keep it to take the sticky off of stickers. Okay, so that's there. Let me take this one, and I'm going to run it at a little different angle so that we get a different look. This one just has numbers on it. I have to make sure that the numbers are right side up because I'm working upside down right at the moment. I'm going to go like this. Okay. And now the kind of salmon-y looking one. Here's, I've got some flamingos that have that salmon color and a hot pink. And there's kind of some darker pink on there, so that seems to work for me. And this is apparently going to go at the wrong angle, at a bad angle, but I am okay with that. So I'm going to use this pink stripe. You don't often see washi tapes with the stripe going the long way, but this one's kind of cute that way. And it's clear in between the stripes, which is a very unusual effect. And I remember when I got this, it was so pretty on some cards that I made. So there. And then I have this kind of orangey color. It really kind of needs to go here. Because you can see the flamingos through that tape. I need to keep that out handy because I really like that effect. Okay, the green. I've got this strange green. Not sure I remember buying this, but you know, a lot of the washi tapes that I have were Ava's or Katie's purchases. When they came with me to a craft store, I let them pick something out, and washi tape was always something that they loved. So I think I have a lot of their washi tapes that I have worked their way back into my stash. I'd rather have them crafting with me than to have a little more stash. So maybe that'll happen sometime. I heard, well, Barrett's girlfriend, Sky, is interested in crafting with me. So when we were talking about it, Katie heard, and she said that her friends who scrapped with me a few months back, they have asked her when we were going to do it again. So I think I have some interest. I love it when young people like playing with scrapbook supplies. Okay, now the yellows. And I'm going to start with this, which is kind of a gold. Now let me turn this around and see. Oh, I'm liking that. It does give you that sense that those are the colors that are leading into that. So this is the kind of stripe you usually see in washi tape. It's a stripe that goes the short way. And so I'm going to put that in the, let me get this undone so I can straighten out that little wrinkle there. And I don't have, as I discovered when I was looking through I don't have much yellow washi tape. In fact, ooh, no. That can't happen. This one that is just misbehaving is the only one that I would call yellow. This other one is kind of a yellow-orange. I'm hoping that I do not get an alarm going off. It is 7 o'clock as I'm filming this, and sometimes I have a 7 o'clock alarm. I'm so sorry. This is very frustrating. I'm going to kind of leave that there in case that's the only big piece I can get from there, because I'll find some way to make that work. I'll put an embellishment over there or something. I'll put a flower by that star. But in the meantime, I'm working here on this one. This is so frustrating, because I thought I was okay with this one because that first piece I took off was kind of sitting up. Every time I use my washi tapes, I haven't gone through every roll and done this unless I've used it. Okay, so that's not gonna happen. So let's see what we can do with this. I'm going to put it, let's see, I'm gonna have it go this way. And then I'll put a flower or something there. Okay, that's frustrating. Okay, let me, I'll put this one kind of in the middle, going at an odd angle. And that will somewhat disguise it. So I just have to have something right there. So let's start looking. I'm going to look through my Vicky Boutin supplies. I think a butterfly might be appropriate, but maybe a big old camera. Not crazy about that. Ooh, okay. There's a cup of coffee for like coffee breaks. And if I can find a yellow butterfly. Maybe right there. And the coffee kind of right there. Let's see if I can find anything else that floats my boat. Let's see. This is a mostly travel related stuff, so I may not find it like an everyday working kind of thing. Tickets are booked. Best ever. Amazing. Maybe not the superlatives I want to use. So this is a blue butterfly that don't like it. I'm trying to think. Oh, pigeons. I have to use a pigeon, maybe not right there, but here, because there were pigeons all around the building. I'm gonna do that. Let me also I kind of like this. Let me put the pigeon on. I'll put some foam. There we go. And this may be better to go down here. And it's just a bit of color that's kind of unexpected. But it kind of rounds out this title piece, and that's kind of what I'm going for there. So let's put this on some foam and tuck it in there. There. And that hides the part of that yellow washi that didn't go all the way through. And let me put a little bit of different height foam on this coffee cup. I think I will not use the camera. And I have an idea of some journaling that I will add to this. I do have a career album, an album with pages about my career where I have photos of people I worked with and photos of events and things like that. But those are mostly kind of, I don't know what to say. There are themes or subjects to them. This is kind of a, just a picture of a building. But the that building is significant in a lot of ways. And I have an idea for some journaling that I will probably put around the edge, and I may go around a couple times from this washi tape around there. So I think I have balanced the color. I've got that color blue kind of in one of the pencils. And I've got a little camera here, and the stars kind of touch each other. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to try to go through and add little staples, just because the washi that I folded back may want to come unfolded, and this will look like embellishments. It's my story and I'm sticking to it. But it's actually serving a purpose. Okay, I'm done with this one. I would like to find a place to use this little piece of orange, maybe tucking. How about right there, just with a little bit of foam behind it. That way it doesn't completely go to waste. I have no real use for the sentiment on it. I don't even know what the sentiment said. Something, it's one of those reaffirming things that are great sentiments, and maybe they're for cards, but they're not the kind of things that I would ever put on a scrapbook page. Wish I hadn't put the staples there, because if it was tucked in under here, that would be perfect. How about just right here? There we go. Okay, that just kind of looks like another layer of the papers that are going on down here. So thank you for watching, and I can't believe the month is coming to a close. This is the 26th. We just have 4 more days. So thank you very much for following along as I've done all these pages. I've caught up, and I'm now doing them on a daily basis. I missed, I think, the first 5 or 6, and then I went back and redid those. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye.